if I had a clear opinion right now, I would not mention it. But it's too early, I think, to judge it, and there are way too many opinions out there. And if I had one, I mean, let's be honest, I'm an employee of this club and I trust this club, and my job is very clear. So I'm maybe not the right person to ask this. I can understand that you're curious. I can understand that there are many and very emotional reactions out there, which I can also understand, but I honestly don't know enough to judge it. I don't know the details. I was not obviously not involved. My players were not involved in these decision makings. So we have maybe the possibility, maybe it's a good thing to step back and to don't give our opinions and to don't lose our head about this, because this is clearly a thing between the clubs, and we have to make sure that we fight for the goals that we still have in this season, which is my job to do and the players' job to fulfill in the next days.
Few hours before the statement was released, I think, like the other my colleagues. So, and they told me he's going to release one statement, and the statement is still there, like is there, but no one speaks clearly more details what is going to do, what is going to create, and we are still in this position.
Probably throughout Europe, looking at it, Leicester City, like you say, it's maybe not what is wanted, but the story for the game and everything shows that what can happen in sport. So yeah, and listen, our job, I always said when I came into here, was to disrupt the market. You know, it was to come in, and whether you were self-appointed in the top six or not, I always said, what defines the top six? So clearly it must be money. And what we've tried to do is we've tried to disrupt that in a football way.
And we're going to play the Champions League next week. We're going to try to reach the final. And next season we're going to play the European competitions because we deserve it. We want it on the pitch. And the player has to be focused in Aston Villa. So, like all the managers said before, because I listened Jurgen and the other managers, so we did our job. And after a period of that, so the right people have to clarify. They have the obligation, have the duty as soon as possible. Today better than tomorrow, tomorrow better than the after tomorrow. Come out all around the world, because it's a worldwide issue, and clarify what is the situation is going to come and the benefits and why they took the decision these teams are going to play and the other ones not. Why Ajax Amsterdam, they have 4 or 5 Champions League, has not be there. They have to clarify that. They have to tell me. They have to tell us, all of us.
No, I just think I think when you've seen some of the reports in the last 24 hours or so in terms of players maybe being told, you know, if they're in this league and then they can't play for their country or they can't play in certain World Cups, that's why these guys play the game. You know, they obviously, the financial rewards are there for players, but a lot of it is about the game as well. And so I don't think that would sit too comfortably with any player, you know, being told that you can't represent your country.
I want. You can write whatever you want, but really don't forget, we were not involved in the process. If you talk about put damn Liverpool FC to hell, then it's the whole club, and I don't know what he means with that apart from all of us. That's how I understand it.
A sport is not a sport when the relation between the effort and the success, the effort and reward don't exist. So it's not a sport. So it's not a sport of the success is already guaranteed. It's not a sport and it doesn't matter if you lose. That's why I said many times, I want the best competition as strong as possible, so especially the Premier League, and it's not fair when one team fight, arrive on the top, and after cannot be qualified because the success is already guaranteed for just for few clubs. In this statement is what I feel. I don't know it's going to change, and the people say, no, maybe 4 or 5 teams can go up and can play these competitions. But what happened in the last 14, 15 play not good season, and every time will be there. So this is not a sport, it's another issue.
I really think over the last 6 years we had a tough year to go through, absolutely brutal, but over the last 6 years. Anyway, we created a great relationship between the team and the supporters, and I understand that they want to act and want to show their anger. I get that, but we should not forget again what I said before. The team had nothing to do with it. I'm not sure if I've been more or less exposed than ever, because I've not. The English system is like this, that most of pretty much there's one voice in the club. That's the manager. It's different to Germany. I had enough time to get used to that, so it's not new. But there will be a moment for sure when our owners say what they have to say. Definitely, I'm sure.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.